Today's topic of discussion is haircuts don't get women. So, contrary to popular belief, getting a haircut, getting a fade, and all these stupid flipping haircuts that guys are doing nowadays, they don't get women. Yeah, and you don't get a woman by getting a haircut. So we're going to be discussing some key issues with this myth and how these beta males are going around trying to front with their haircut. So, first point is insecure. A lot of guys, right, in society now, yeah, when it comes to actually approaching women, so we're not just talking about average looking girls, because pretty much majority of guys can do that. We're talking about the 8s, 9s and 10s, right, in terms of looks wise. These beta males, right, they feel so insecure, so flipping weak, right, that they cannot speak to the girl and actually approach her. They'll start to show nervous, timid behavior. That in and of itself is what is a turn off for women. So these guys here, right, think that they can just go to the barber shop, yeah? They can get their little fade, yeah? Get a little trim up, and then they can go start speaking to girls. They think as though these girls here are attracted to that. But they don't have the balls, right, to actually go and speak to girls and actually speak to them for marriage purposes. This is what the problem is. So when you're showing weak, insecure behavior because you feel as though you need a haircut in order to approach a woman, then it's a problem. Right? So these guys, right, who are running to the barbershops every single week, yeah, every 1 to 2 weeks, they feel as though they need to run to the barbershop and get a haircut, because if they don't get a haircut, then they're going to start feeling insecure. That right there is a major problem. Do you understand? That right there is what the insecurity is. But these guys, they are running away from that. They don't seem to understand this. So certain times, right, in life, you need to prioritize other important things. So purpose, mission, right? That right there is what gets women. But people don't seem to understand that. They think that, oh yeah, if I just avoid these things, if I don't work on my insecurities and I don't work on my weaknesses, then I'm still going to be able to get good results. That's complete BS. That's not how life works. Do you understand? You need to stop idolizing these flipping athletes and all these celebrities and stuff like that. They're getting all these stupid haircuts, right? And then these haircuts here are flipping, a lot of them are haram as well. That's what it is. They're flipping not recommended at all. Yeah, so a lot of these Muslim boys, these beta boys here, flipping batty boys, whatever it is here, these guys here, yeah, going around just talking their rubbish here on the internet, saying XYZ. So on my recent TikTok video, I must have made a video on it, taken a clip of it, and I got so many of these betas, right, in the flipping comment section saying XYZ. None of them get any women, yeah? That's the truth of the matter. These guys here have weak body language, low confidence, and they flipping struggle when it comes to understanding women. So, next point is Sunnah, right? Prophet Muhammad SAW had long hair, okay? Now, a lot of these guys don't seem to understand this, and they haven't actually read the description of Prophet Muhammad SAW, right? So these guys here who are running to the barbers, these supposed Muslims, yeah, running to the flipping haircut shop, trying to get these fades, which these fades, right, are haram. If you don't know about them, they're literally shaving flipping parts of the head, right, get these skin fades and all that, and then they're leaving the top part. And then Prophet Muhammad SAW said, it's either you shave all of it or you keep it all, okay? So these guys here are literally imitating the disbelievers. So that in and of itself is just stupid. And then the second thing is, as I said, these guys here rely upon external metrics to get women. Yeah. So if you look at divorce rates right now in the UK, it's around 40-50%. But in the Muslim community, it's higher. So you guys need to be asking yourselves, why is it higher in the Muslim community? It's higher in the Muslim community is because these guys here are spending too much on their weddings. They're focused too much on external metrics, and they're just trying to stunt and trying to show off. That right there creates a lot of evil eye. Do you understand? So you guys here need to realize, right, don't be following these stupid fools, yeah, talking about, oh yeah, you need to get a haircut and you need to do this and you need to do that in order to get women. As I said, women are attracted to raw masculinity. Okay? Raw masculinity, focusing on purpose and mission. So developing in all 4 arenas. So mentally, physically, emotionally and spiritually. That right there is what gets women. Women aren't flipping attracted to getting a haircut. It's just like this, right? Where you got these flipping women, right, who just slap makeup on, yeah? They slap makeup on, but then when they take their makeup off, they look like a completely different person. They just look clapped and ugly. It's the same thing with a guy who's just flipping getting fade haircut, right? But then when he's not having a flipping fade, and then he starts talking and he starts opening his mouth, yeah, the woman just gets turned off. So what does that tell you in and of itself? That shows to you, right, that these guys here are clearly going down the wrong pathway in life. So next point is hygiene. Now these flipping jokers start equating this to hygiene. Yeah, getting a haircut doesn't make you more hygienic. Okay, so these guys here, right, are going around saying, oh yeah, I go to the haircut every week. But these are the same guys who don't flip and shower every day, and they don't clean their flipping armpits and groin every single day. Yeah, ask them if they clean their armpits and groin every day. The answer is no. So this is what it is. I'm gonna have to give these little flipping jokers a tutorial right now, yeah, of how to flip and clean yourself. So if you want to maintain a good hygiene level, right, you need to flip and shower once in a day. Yeah, get yourself a flipping towel cloth. Yeah, you wet the towel cloth, you get yourself a flipping natural soap, right? So this one I've got from Holland and Barrett, Oliver. So you can go watch my video on the hygiene video. So that one there I'll show all the products that I use. Get that soap, put it on the flipping towel, scrub it on the towel, and then you scrub your armpits, and then you scrub your flipping groin area down there. Yeah, and you wash until that mother flipping thing is clean. Yeah, and then once you've done that bit, then you flip and do your behind. Yeah, so I need to flip and lay this out for you guys, because these guys here don't seem to understand what hygiene is. They don't know what hygiene is. They think that just getting a little haircut, yeah, and spraying on a flipping bit of perfume is what hygiene is. No, it's not. That's not what hygienic is. Yeah, so if you want to have a good hygiene level, this is what it is. Yeah, I just told you lot. Shower every single day, and you flip and scrub your armpits and you scrub your groin area once in a day. Yeah, and then after all that's done, you flip and moisturize those areas. Then you apply ball powder. Yeah, so ask these guys if any of them are using ball powder. The answer is no, they're not. So this is what it is. How do women get turned on by these guys? They don't get turned on. This is what it is. You can go research this one as well. Women are attracted to natural scents in certain men. Okay, so guys who are using antiperspirants, guys are using all these chemical deodorants, all these nasty flipping ones from Superdrug and all these ones here, right? They're all dirty. Yeah, every single guy who's using these flipping chemicals on their body, their hygiene isn't going to be good. Reason being is because those chemicals are going into your body. But if you're using natural products, which I've mentioned before in the previous videos about using salt of the earth, it's a natural deodorant. That right there, you're going to smell fresh. That right there is going to get you results with women. You understand? So that's what I was saying to you guys. Go research it. Women are attracted to natural scents that come from certain men. Reason being is because their hygiene is on point. It's not based off of flipping perfume and based off of haircuts. Yeah, that's all exterior. That's all superficial. That's what gets women flipping to look at you. That don't get a woman to fall in love with you. So this is what it is, man. This trying to explain this to people, but this information just goes right over their head. They don't seem to understand this stuff here. So use natural products, get your hygiene to a good standard, and then start to flip and get a haircut or whatever you want to do. Yeah, but don't be that type of guy to be like, oh yeah, I need to get a haircut every single week or every couple of weeks, and then if I don't do that, then I'm gonna start feeling insecure and I cannot function on a day-to-day basis. Because that's what happens with these guys here. They start to lose their confidence, they start to flipping lose their self-esteem, and they prioritize what they look like on the exterior. A lot of these guys, right, they haven't even had health problems. That's what the reality is. When you've experienced health problems, looks maxing and flipping trying to look pretty is at the flipping bottom of your list. That's not going to be a priority there. So these guys here, right, until God inflicts them with hardships, they end up suffering. And a lot of these guys, right, they end up flipping getting all types of mental health problems then afterwards. It's because they haven't worked on internal insecurities. So final point is purpose. You as a man, right, you need to be prioritizing purpose and mission. So this is what the deen teaches us. The deen teaches us as Muslims to be prioritizing purpose and mission. That right there is what gets women. Yeah, not looking flipping pretty and trying to get a flipping fade and all this other stupid BS that you've seen on the internet. That don't get women. If you ask men 100 years ago if they were getting fades and getting haircuts like that, the answer is no. They were literally going to wars. They were actually out working on their purpose. They were grinding, and women had a high amount of respect for them. That's why they weren't getting divorced as much. That's why they weren't getting into flipping arguments with their women as much. That's why they had more women who were submissive in those times. It's because women respected these men. Yeah, women don't respect these guys in today's society. You think a woman can ever respect a guy who has to run to the barbershop every single flipping week because he feels so insecure that if his hair's a millimeter off, he's gonna start to flipping cry? Yeah, women don't respect these guys here. Women look at these guys as jokers, mate. Jokers and clowns, because that's what they are. Yeah, so these beta males are going to flip and chatting rubbish in my comments, start saying X, Y, Z. Yeah, none of these clowns, right, get as much women as myself and other guys who are real masculine men. This is where this is a hard reality of it. But obviously, it makes them feel good at night when they go to sleep. They talk their crap, all their rubbish in the flipping comments, saying X, Y, Z. But these guys here, they're not flipping chatting to girls. It's funny here how these people here have got the nerve to comment on my videos and to comment on all these other guys' videos when guys are telling them the straight facts here. But when it comes to actually speaking to girls, their inboxes are flipping empty. They're not talking to girls. That's what it is. So they have to flipping jump onto chatting to guys. This is what it is. Myself, I ain't got time to be commenting on all these guys' videos saying X, Y, Z, talking rubbish. But these people here, right, they've got all the time in the world to chat rubbish on the internet. You know, this is what it is. Mike Tyson, he said it flipping best. A lot of these guys, right, they're flipping saying all this stuff on the internet because they know full well in real life they just get a smack in the mouth. So that's why they're getting brave on the internet. So just to wrap up, insecure. These guys here, right, run into the barbershop every single week is because they're insecure. It's because they're weak. There's no ifs and buts about it. These guys here are weak. Yeah, their internal is deficient. So when it comes to hardships, right, when they go through flipping health problems, yeah, when they're suffering, yeah, they start squirming like maggots because they can't handle it. So next point is Sunnah. So go look up, research Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his description. Okay, he had long hair. Now I'm not saying whether or not you want to grow out your hair or not. So like myself right now, my hair is growing out right now. So my beard's growing out and then my flipping hair's growing out. So then tomorrow I'm going to go to flipping the barbers and get a trim up. And then flipping at home, I'll do my own beard. But a lot of these guys, right, they don't know the meaning of that. They'll just flipping run to the flipping barbershop and be like, oh yeah, please, I need a fade. You know, I need a fade. Like, if I can't get this fade right, I can't even go outside. Like, if this isn't making sense to you guys who are watching this video, then this all my other stuff ain't gonna make sense, is it? Do you understand? So a guy, right, who needs a fade to go outside, if he doesn't get a flipping haircut, then he cannot function in society. Is that guy, right, a real man? The answer is no, he's not a real man. So next point after that was hygiene. This is what it is. People equate haircuts to hygiene. That's not the reality of it. Yeah, it's just like how a woman wears flipping makeup and a woman who's, you know, supposedly beautiful. That's complete BS. Yeah, natural beauty is natural beauty. A woman who has to plaster on all this makeup every single day, is she somebody who's beautiful? Clearly not, is it? So natural beauty, a woman who doesn't need to wear makeup and doesn't need to flip and, you know, look pretty with all this weaves on and all this other BS, and actually can go out on a day-to-day basis. That woman there is secure within herself. Just as how a woman who wears a hijab, wears modest clothing, you know, wears niqab, that woman there is secure within herself. She doesn't need to flipping, sexualize herself and to get all this get this filthy attention from these dirty dogs, mate, out there. So final point after that was purpose. That's what it is. You guys here need to start prioritizing purpose. Purpose and mission. That right there is what gets women. Yeah, that's how you get respect. As I told you guys from the previous videos. Yeah, respect equals love. So respect equals love. That right there, more respect that goes up, the more love that goes up in a woman. Yeah, these guys right who are prioritizing flipping looks maxing and trying to look pretty and that, respect is going down. Yeah, so love starts to go down as well. So if you're with your partner and you're trying to go somewhere and then you both are getting ready and then this guy here is spending flipping an hour, 2 hours trying to get ready, trying to get his flipping makeup done, trying to get his hair done, indecisive about what he's going to wear, and then the woman sat over there ready. Do you think she's not going to get turned off by that? Clearly she's going to be like, this guy here, I married a flipping feminine, weak boy. Yeah, and that's when she ends up divorcing him after. That's what happens to these guys. And then they're scratching their head thinking, what's going on here? Why am I getting flipping into arguments with this woman here? Why is she disrespecting me? It's because she's disrespecting you. It's because you're not focused on your purpose and your mission. Yeah, so certain times right in videos I have to get a bit more passionate to try and get this flipping message across to guys. Guys are focused too much on wrong things in life rather than actually developing your internal raw masculinity. Start surrounding yourself with real men. Yeah, real men ain't running to the flipping barbers every single week. Yeah, so these guys here are trying to justify this. It just shows you these weak beta males don't get flipping women and they're not around real men. Yeah, you see guys who are going to wars and stuff like that. Guys in flipping, for example, Palestine. Are those guys, right, running to the barbers every week and be like, oh yeah, please give me a haircut. I flipping need a fade. Clearly not. They're flipping going out and doing wars, mate. Going out and flipping handling business. Yeah, flipping wiping out enemies. So that's pretty much wrapped up for this video. I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.